Hello H&M members, welcome to your virtual yoga class with Grove Campus. My name is Brandon Dawson Jarvis and this is week 9 of our 10-week series. So today we have a flow where we're going to be working up to a crow pose, which is an arm balancing pose. And we saw in week 6 how our forearm bones at the elbow crease here, when you rotate your hand, your index and your thumb kind of stay still, but if you work down to your wrist here and you rotate it, it kind of like overlaps on each other. So this just goes to show how sensitive our wrists are and how when we go into our forearm or our arm balancing pose, we really need to load through the thumb pad and the index pad so that it takes the bulk of the weight. So with that being said, if you have a couple of blocks, go ahead and grab them. If not, no worries, you can stack a few books together that will help us ease our way into our crow pose or our arm balancing pose. So let's begin today in a wide-legged child's pose. So you can bring your knees mat width, bring your toes to touch. Walk your hands forward, lower your chest down. And right away, we're gonna come onto our fingertips here to kind of work into our shoulders a bit, relieve a little bit of tension and stress there. If for whatever reason this is not accessible or not comfortable, if it's not working for you at all, you can flip your palms so that your palms are facing the ceiling. So deciding for yourself which variation works for you. And again, just taking this moment to connect to breath, connect to body, connect to mind. Perhaps slowing down the breath here. Exhaling any tension that you come up against, come across. And for just a couple cycles of breath here, I'm going to guide us. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then pause at the bottom for that 4 count. So no worries too much about the counting, just allow my voice to be your guide. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and exhale. We're just emptying out our lungs of any stale air here. And then inhale again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slight pause here. And fill up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying here or moving up to a 5 count. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And slow release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale to fill up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Slow exhale to release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Taking a deep breath in here and out. And here I'm going to invite you to return to a comfortable, natural rhythm of breathing, a breath that feels good for you, feels right for you. As you come into this breath, just allow it to be nurturing, allow it to be comforting. And so once you have that breath with you, just making a mental note of it, as we are going to carry it with us through the length of our practice together. And again, while we're here, we want to become clear on a reason as to why we even showed up today. So perhaps taking this moment to choose an intention for your practice. And so if you have an intention that you're working on, you can take this moment to remind yourself of it. If not, perhaps an intention could be anything from reminding yourself that you appreciate yourself, that you are worthy, that you're capable, maybe cultivating a sense of strength. And so any one of those, or maybe all of those, can be an intention for this practice. Beautiful. Taking a nice deep inhale here. And on your exhale, shift forward, coming onto all fours. Stacking knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. And right away, we want to load through that thumb pad, that index pad. Keeping a nice micro bend in our elbows pointing back. We're gonna go ahead and inhale, flow through a cat and cow here. So on your breath in, drop your belly, begin to arch your back. Exhale, press into the ground here. Allow that to separate your shoulder blades. So protraction of the shoulder blades, tucking your chin towards chest, scooping that tailbone down. Beautiful. Inhale, we're gonna reverse that tailbone up, crown of the head up. Retraction of the shoulder blades. So feel them slightly moving together here. Belly's down. Beautiful. Exhale. Cat. Inhale. Cow. Beautiful. 2 more times at your pace. A couple more cycles here. So that being 1. And 2. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna pivot our left foot out towards the side here. Swing our right leg back and open up our right hand towards the ceiling here. And again, we wanna use our muscles in our left arm here. Root down through your finger pads here. Support that wrist and just begin to tune into how the wrist feels just by this. Beautiful. If you want to take it one step further, you can stack your feet. And we're gonna begin to pulsate our top leg here, so our right leg. So whether you're on your knee or not, just lifting that right leg up and down, up and down. One more time, up and down. Beautiful. Exhale, coming back into a plank, and then exhale into all fours. If you were on your left knee, maybe just scooping your legs around to come back to all fours. Beautiful, taking that over to the other side. So we're gonna pivot our right leg off to the side. Swing our left leg back, and then exhale to open up, left hand towards ceiling. Deciding where you'd like to fix your gaze, whether you'd like it up towards the ceiling or down towards your right hand. Making sure to root through your thumb pad, index pad, micro bend in that right arm so that you don't lock your elbow. We don't want to stress too much the joint here, using more of our muscles. Beautiful. Stay here. Absolutely no need to go any further, but if you'd like, you can stack your legs. Beautiful. Make sure to lift up through your hips here. And again, decide for yourself if you'd like to lift your leg on the exhale. Inhale back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Coming back to all fours. Drop into your knees. And we're just gonna do a little rotation of our fingers towards our knees here, kind of relieving a little bit of stress that we just built. So play around here with the positioning of your hands, your wrists, whether you want to point your fingers off to the side, towards your knees, palms facing up, palms facing down. Beautiful. From here, taking a moment to finish that up. Once you're done, we're gonna tuck our toes, arch our back, leading from our hips, press into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking a moment, pedal this out. If you'd like, you can begin to activate your Ujjayi breath here as you spread your fingertips, pressing the ground away from you, moving your chest closer towards your thighs. So Ujjayi breath is just adding a slight restriction to the back of your throat and making an audible sound as if you are fogging up a mirror or a glass with your lips sealed. This just allows you to control and kind of monitor your breath here. Beautiful. From here, we are looking between our hands, bending our knees and hopping or stepping forward. Inhale draws us up halfway. Exhale, release, folding over your legs. Keep your micro bend in your knees, root to rise, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. So we're gonna take a little mountain pose here. And I just want to take this opportunity to remind everybody that rest is always an option. If ever you need a moment to catch your breath, or if ever your body is in disagreement with whatever position you're doing, please listen to yourself, respect your limits, go at your pace, come into this mountain pose, child pose, savasana, and then join us when you are ready. With that being said, I wish you all a beautiful and fulfilling practice. Go ahead and inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, folds you over your legs. Inhale, draws you up halfway. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, hop or step back. Take a moment, tuck your elbows in. You can drop towards your knees or stay on your toes. Yogi's choice here. Draw your elbows in towards your rib cage. Slightly shift your weight forward so that you come onto your toes. Slowly lower down. Fingertips off to the side. Untuck your feet here. And then inhale for a baby cobra. Make sure to activate those glutes. Staying here or bringing your hands by your ribs as you press into the ground. Drop your shoulders out of your ears, slight tuck of the chin. Keep those glutes activated as you come into a cobra. Staying here, or if you'd like, you can come into your upward facing dog. Beautiful. Exhale shifts you back, downward facing dog. Bringing those toes to touch. Inhale lifts right leg. Exhale steps it between your hands, rising up for your warrior one. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna exhale, open into our warrior two. So right hand in front, left hand in back. Let your shoulders be soft here. If you need to create an arch in your right foot so that your knee kind of opens up, feel free to do so, making sure that we can see our right big toe. From here, we're gonna inhale, flip our palm, reverse our warrior. Beautiful. Staying here for 5, 4, 3. Keep that bend in that right knee for 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale releases us back into our warrior two. From here, we're going to inhale, lean forward, release our right elbow towards our right knee, and left hand towards ceiling. So left hand can stay here or reaching it overhead, palm facing down. Beautiful. If you are here, make sure to open up that chest towards ceiling, maybe gazing up and under your left arm. Exhale to release any tension and breathe deeply for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale releases you back into your warrior two, and we're going to flow between those two. So inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. 3 more times at your pace, your breath. Doing one more here. And we're all gonna meet in our side angle. Exhale to extend this right leg, moving your chest closer towards your right knee. And take a moment here to connect to your breath. Breathing deeply for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna bend our right knee, plant our hands, step our right leg back. Take a moment, tuck your elbows in, shift your weight slightly forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, coming into an upward facing dog. Beautiful. Exhale, shifts you back, downward facing dog. Bringing those toes to touch. Inhale, lifts left leg. Exhale, steps it between your hands. Rising up for your warrior one. And then exhaling, opening up to your warrior two. Taking a moment here, checking your stance, making any necessary adjustments, whether it's a arch in your left foot or softening of your shoulders or any other area in your body that you can release any tension here. Beautiful. Once you fully arrive, take a deep breath in, reach forward, flip that palm, reverse that warrior. And breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale brings you back into your warrior two. Take a nice deep in-breath here. And then as you exhale, release left elbow towards left knee, right hand up towards ceiling. And again, connect to that breath. Exhale to release any tension, keeping your hand here or palm facing down overhead. Open up the chest, gaze underneath your right arm, and breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale brings you back into your warrior two. And now we flow. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Beautiful. 3 more times at your pace, your breath. And one more. Exhale, we all meet in our side angle. Take an in-breath, and as you exhale, release your right hand and extend your left leg, bringing your chest closer towards your left knee, kind of looking for this opening in our left hamstring. Exhale to release any tension, connect to your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bending this left knee, planting your hands, stepping your left leg back. Take a moment, tuck your elbows in, lower down slowly. Inhale, finding your choice of back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, we are gonna bring our toes to touch. Inhale, lifts right leg, and then begin to bend your right knee, bringing your right heel closer towards your sits bones here. Beautiful. We're gonna now try to press into the mat, moving our chest closer towards our left thigh here as we open up our chest towards the right, bringing our right knee to the highest point. Beautiful. Staying here, or if you'd like to keep opening, kind of coming into this wild thing, you're gonna rotate, allowing your right toes to fall off towards the side. Let your left hand continue to rotate open here, pressing into your feet, lifting your hips, coming into this wild thing. Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, coming back into this 3-legged dog, bending your knee here. Maybe you want to begin doing circles one way and then the opposite way. Beautiful. Exhale to release your right leg down, taking that over towards the other side. Inhale, lifts left leg. Begin to bend that left knee, bringing heel towards sits bones, pressing into the ground, moving your chest closer towards your thigh. As you open up hip, open up chest, allow your knee to kind of find its peak here. Staying here, or if you'd like to keep rotating, letting your left toes fall. Let your right shoulder kind of rotate open as you come into your wild thing on this side. Press through your wrists here and your feet. Beautiful. Exhale, coming back into this 3-legged dog with your knee bent. Begin to circle that open, one direction and then the other. Beautiful. Exhale to release your left foot. Inhale, shifts you forward into plank. Exhale, drop into your knees. Separating your knees mat width, bring your toes to touch. Take a child's pose. And again, decide if you'd like to flip your palms towards the ceiling or come onto your fingertips, or if you just want to relax your arms all together. And from here, I'm going to invite you to notice your breath. Notice its length, its depth, its width. Notice if it still allows you to feel kind of supported, nurtured. Take a moment to notice your thoughts. Notice where the mind has journeyed to. And notice if it's aligned with the intention that you set. And so any adjustments that need to be made to the breath, any adjustments that need to be made to the mind, I'm going to invite you to do so now. And when you're ready, you can join me on all fours. Stacking your knees back underneath your hips here. We're going to tuck our toes and press into a downward facing dog. And from here, we're slowly going to walk our feet towards our hands. If you have to come onto your fingertips, bend your knees to get there, please feel free to do so. You can grab opposite elbows here or interlace your fingers to bring to the back of your head, hanging out in a ragdoll variation. If you are bringing your fingers to the back of your head, no need to pull down, press down here. Just allow gravity to do the weight. Beautiful. Wherever you're at, you're gonna release your hands towards the ground here. Beautiful. We're gonna heel toe our feet, hip width distance. Give a generous bend in our knees. And from here, we're gonna place our hands underneath our feet. So make sure to give a generous bend in those knees because we're about to go into a rather deep stretch. And so taking a nice deep breath in here. And as you exhale, begin to lengthen out your legs. It could be a lot, it could be a little bit. Just making sure that you respect your limits, your threshold. From here, see if you can exhale to release any tension, maybe perhaps the head and neck. Allow it to hang heavy. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, see if you can relax that. Muscles of your face here. Matching the intensity of this stretch with a nice deep breath. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna keep our chin tucked, keep a micro bend in our knees, and root to rise coming all the way up. Beautiful. Once you reach your summit, you're gonna grab your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale to reach up tall, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, lateral flexion towards the right, bumping your hips out towards the left. You can gaze up and under your left arm here. Beautiful. If you'd like to add a tug on your wrist, feel free to do so. Exhale to release any tension here and soften your gaze, maybe so much that your eyes close. Exhale shifts you back to center. Take a moment, switch wrists. Inhale, reaches you up tall. Exhale, lateral flexion towards the left. Bump your hips out towards the right. Again, you'd like to gaze up and under your right arm if that works for your head and neck. Opening up that chest towards ceiling here. Adding a slight pull if that works for you. And breathe, deep breath here. And your exhale shifts you back to center. Beautiful, take a moment and shake that out. And from here, we're gonna go into a little tree variation. And so you can shift your weight and your awareness to your right foot, bringing your left heel onto your right ankle, toes on the ground. Or if you like, you can bring your left foot to your calf or your upper thigh. We want to avoid pressing against our knee joint. Beautiful. From here, you can keep your hands in prayer, or if you like, cactus arms, or if you like, you can release your hands up towards ceiling. Allow for a slight micro bend in your right knee and allow for your toes to be soft. And if you fall off balance, that's a-okay. Catch yourself and then come right back. Beautiful. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna let our left knee come forward, out with our right foot, and then kind of cross it over, placing our left heel on top of our right knee. Come into this one-legged chair. And again, you can decide where and how you'd like to place your hands, whether it's on your hips, in prayer position, or up towards ceiling. Exhale, begins to bend this right knee, dorsiflexing this left foot. Beautiful. And exhale to come out of that. Taking that dance over to the other side. And so again, shifting our weight and our awareness to our left foot. Our right heel can come onto our left ankle, toes on the ground, or come to our calf or upper thigh. Again, avoiding knee pressure against that knee. And so deciding how you'd like to place your hands here. Fixing your gaze, something still on the ground. Exhale to release any tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes back to center, heel comes out, and then recrossing that. Exhale to sink into this. Beautiful. Safest, greatest effort as you dorsiflex your right foot. Breathing deeply for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take a moment, shake that out. From here, we're gonna get ready for our balancing pose. So if you have your blocks, you can go ahead and grab them. or books or whatever you can kind of be able to step onto if this is the first time that you're going into your crow pose. So again, you want to step onto your blocks. We're going to open up our knees so that we have enough space to plant our hands. So to make sure that we layer properly, again, we want to secure our wrists here. So root down through your thumb pads, your index pads, and now we're sending our knees as high as possible onto our triceps, and see if you can kind of nestle them into your armpits here. And then slowly shift forward. So what we want to do with our back is kind of come into a cat pose. So we want to round up. And how we saw our feet dorsiflex before, we're going to do the opposite. So plantar flex. So we're sending our toes back and our heels up. And so rooting down through our pads here, leaning forward, sending that energy up. And if you want to start just by lifting one foot at a time, that is a-okay. Just notice how that is. If you want to go for the full pose, again, sending your knees as high as possible onto your triceps, squeezing your knees into your triceps as you come into the balancing pose. Make sure to send those heels up towards your sits bones and plantar flex your toes. And breathe here for another 2, 1. Exhale, slowly coming out of that. Placing your blocks or props off to the side. We're gonna come into a little yogi squat here, a little cool down. And so again, actually, if you have tighter hips, you wanna kind of sit on a block, you have that option. Using your elbows to kind of open up your knees as you bring your hands into a prayer position. And really slow down your breath here as we begin to cool down from our practice. So you definitely don't need a block. It's only if your groins and your hips don't really allow for you to find ease and comfort into this asana. Beautiful. If you have a prop underneath you, you can place it off to the side. Come into all fours. We're just gonna do thread the needle just to relieve a little bit of tension on our shoulders here. And so inhale, reaches right arm towards ceiling. Exhale, threading it under your left here, dropping your right shoulder towards the mat, right ear towards the mat, walking your left hand forward here. Beautiful. Staying here, or if you like, you can extend your left leg. Staying here, or if you like, you can lift your left leg. Again, choosing the option that allows you to find a little bit of cool down, a little bit of comfort. Beautiful. Slowly exhaling out of this by lowering your left leg if it is lifted, drawing your knee back to center, drawing your left hand underneath your left shoulder, and then pressing that left hand into the ground. Taking that over to the other side. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, threading the needle underneath right arm, right fingertips forward, dropping left shoulder, left ear. And again, deciding if you'd like to stay here, if you'd like to extend your leg, right leg, or lift the right leg up. Beautiful. Exhale to slowly come out of this. Lowering your toes down, right toes down, drawing your right knee back underneath you, drawing your right hand back underneath your shoulder, pressing that right hand down. We're gonna come to sit on one side, any side, swing your legs around, and just finishing with a little bit of, just a tiny bit of core work here, coming into our boat pose. So grabbing the back of our legs here, lifting your legs, shins parallel towards the ground, and breathe. Breathing deeply here. Beautiful. From here, we are slowly gonna let our legs go and slowly melt our way towards the mat. Beautiful. From here, we are going to lift our left leg on a 45-degree angle, suspending it in the air here for another 2, 1, lifting it up to 90 for another 2, 1, 45, 90, and slow release back down to the ground. Right leg, 45 for another 2, 1, 90 for another 2, 1, 45, 90, and slow release back down to the ground. Drawing our knees over our hips here. We're gonna let our knees fall open towards the right here. You can open your arms into a T shape, coming into a spinal twist here. And again, you want to soften your core here, relieve any tension that you may have just built there. Beautiful. Inhale, shifting everything back to center, head and knees. Exhale, taking it over to the other side. Your gaze can be towards your right hand this time. Beautiful. From here, we're going to inhale, shift back to center. Exhale, making our way into our final relaxation pose, our Shavasana. So deciding the distance between your feet here. It can be wider than your hips, narrower than your hips, or hip width distance. Getting the rest of your body into whatever position is best suited for you, most comfortable for you. We're gonna end with 3 deep inhales in through our nose and release a sigh out through our mouth. So whatever tension is lingering, is stuck, we're gonna exhale that out here. So deep breath in, and when you're ready, let it go. Beautiful, 2 more times. Deep breath in, and exhale. 1 more deepest breath you've taken so far today. Breathe in, and out. 3 silent breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. And with every exhale, with every out breath, picture yourself sinking deeper into your mat, deeper into relaxation. Taking a moment to scan your body and really looking to see if there's any lingering tension or stress that can be released here. And again, just taking these very important moments of silence to integrate our practice. If you're comfortable in your Shavasana, I'm going to invite you to stay for as long as you need, as long as you can. If you're ready to bring movement and motion back, you can do it slowly, first beginning with your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, arms and your legs, maybe moving your head from side to side. And if you're ready, and only if you're ready, I'm going to invite you to roll over to your right side in a fetal position. Just taking a moment here to observe your body. Notice how it feels now compared to how it felt at the beginning of the session. Notice how your mind feels now compared to how it felt at the beginning of the session. And finally, notice your breath. And if you're ready, and only if you're ready, I'm going to invite you to join me in a seated position. I'm going to get ready to close off our practice here. Taking a nice deep inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, draw hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Again, inhale and exhale. Taking this final opportunity to remind yourself of the intention you set at the beginning of the session. It's my hopes that you carry this intention with you long after you leave your mats. Maybe even look to share this intention with others. Your body thanks you for tending it to today. Your mind thanks you for tending it to today. And I thank you for allowing me to guide your practice. The light in me bows to the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.